Well, I am definitely excited. Our guest for today's show is Nicole C Mullen. Her song Redeemer, you might remember, was one of those songs that just about every female vocalist in every church wanted to sing, and they challenged themselves to see if they could pull it off, and it pretty much shaped a generation. It was also one of the most requested songs on Christian radio. And we caught up with Nicole as she's preparing to head out on the spring leg of the Greatest Hits Tour along with Avalon, Point of Grace, Bob Carlisle, Rebecca St. James, and of course the host and organizers, New Song. Welcome to The Echo. I'm your host, Dan DeBruler, and I've been a fan and consumer of popular Christian music through several generations of artists, and I've had the pleasure of working with many of them during my time in Christian radio, a journey that started in 1999. And I'm so glad to have you along as we visit the voices of Christian music's history, the singers, the songwriters, and the people who made it all happen. The most exciting part of the show is that we get to see how these voices from the past continue to shine and echo today and into the future. Nicole, thanks so much for taking some time today. I know you've been pretty busy, probably been in and out of the studio working on your new project.
Well, we've been doing a lot of television and radio lately for The God Who Sees, Kathie Lee Gifford and myself, for a song that we've recently written.
Well, that's great, and I definitely want to talk about that a little bit today, too.
Absolutely, all the above.
Let me just say this. When we saw that Eddie Carswell and New Song were putting together this Greatest Hits live tour, we were really excited to see your name on there. How did that come about for you? I mean, was it a call you were excited to get?
Well, Eddie had called us, and we were thrilled about it, definitely. I felt privileged to be considered, I'm not, we're not old, but, mature in the faith and mature enough to have a Greatest Hits. So I was thrilled about it. And we did a run back in November of this past year, and it went off very, very well. We had a great response. The artists were fantastic. The songs were well received and remembered. And so they wanted to do it again, and we were like, absolutely, count us in. Even before that tour was over, we were like, count us in for the next. Really looking forward to it. Well,
it's really exciting to see that this is coming around. Let me just say this, your name is somewhat synonymous with Greatest Hits. I mean, we're talking Redeemer and On My Knees, and the list actually goes on. I've been in contemporary Christian radio for about 20 years now, so I've seen a lot of your music. I've pressed play a number of times over the years. How did you pick what would be what you would consider the greatest hits as you head out on this tour?
Oh, I think for me, it's probably by some of the responses that we've had. And honestly, there's still a couple more that if I had time, I would probably put in there. Some of them may not have been just big radio hits, but they've been big hits among the people when I talk to them, people who've listened to the music on Spotify or CDs or on the radio, too. But we're, coming to do Call on Jesus and Let the Redeemed of the Lord Say So, talk about it. And like you said, My Redeemer Lives, and I Get on My Knees. And I might sneak in a new greatest hit that will probably eventually be one, the song that I wrote with Kathie Lee Gifford and myself. So I might sneak that in, a little piece of that as well.
Just a few days ago, we played the song Talk About It, and we got a call from somebody almost immediately because they thought it was a brand new song.
Wow.
So the Christian radio audience obviously cycles, but also your sound still sounds fresh. If they mistook it for something new, we're thrilled by that, and we know they're going to be excited. Hopefully they'll come to the show and see exactly what it is you do. And I think a lot of people probably met you for the very first time just a few weeks ago when you were on the Today Show with Kathie Lee Gifford during her farewell.
Yes, I think they did. And some were probably reintroducing, oh my goodness, she's still here. And I've never left. So that was really great to be able to surprise her on her last week at the Today Show. She's been a part of the organization, I think, for the past 26 years. She had 15 years with Regis and Kathie, and then she had another 11 years with Hoda and herself. And so because she and I wrote a song together called The God Who Sees, we wrote it back in October, and we just went to Israel last month to record a music film for it, which Kathie directed. And we were able to get it, finished in time, edited in time to be released on the day that she was saying her farewell, which was April 5th. And so I was able to surprise her a couple of days before that, and just to sing a piece of it and to see her worship the Lord in front of the people and to magnify Him and to really, add her talent and her skills to the song, saying, that God sees us all, no matter where you are, no matter your status or your state of life. God is there. He sees you. He knows you, and He cares. And so I'm very thrilled to be a part of that as well.
Well, I'm excited for people to hear that song. Now, will you be doing that one during the Greatest Hits Live, or are you relegated to what you consider the greatest hits?
Well, most of the songs we will be singing are standard greatest hits, so probably 99% of what you hear sing will be greatest hits. Now, I'm saying this because I'm trying to make a space for that 1% for me to be able to put in a little bit of the gospel. I'm just saying, because Dan, no lie, I'm telling you, I've never, in all of my years of songwriting and all of my years of singing, and being blessed to have had Songwriter of the Year, 2 Songs of the Year, Inspirational Song of the Year, Contemporary Song of the Year, ... I've never seen a song receive the type of response that God Who Sees is receiving. I kid you not. It's as if Redeemer makes people take their hands off the wheel and praise God, but somehow or another, it's as if the God Who Sees makes them worship. It's as if they go low. It's as if it hits them in a deep spot, and they begin to weep, male and female. And so we've been hearing stories over and over and over again. We've been hearing how people have come to Christ through it, how people have been encouraged through it, how people's lives have been, how they've surrendered, And so anyway, if you get a chance to hear it, or see it, even better, see it. You can go and see it for free at GodWhoSees.com. You can see the music film, and then you can download it on iTunes and all those other places. But I pray that as you do, your life will be changed for the better, and that you will see Christ and not just Nicole C Mullen.
And that's excellent. Well, we're excited for you. We're excited for what that song is going to mean to so many people as it keeps going further and further forward. Back to the Greatest Hits Tour. You said you were on the fall tour, and you guys get ready to start up again.
Yes, next week. I'm looking forward to it, yes.
Well, let me ask you this. Having been on the fall tour, did you find yourself picking out some favorite moments during the evening?
Yes, one of my favorite moments would be when we all stood on stage together at the end and we sang with new songs. I probably shouldn't tell y'all, should I? But we sang a song with them. You have to come and hear that. They're definitely favorites of, Avalon that, I listened to during different periods of my life and enjoyed it. It brought back great memories. Some of my other greatest memories were when we would have meet and greet, prior to the concert, and getting a chance to put faces and names on some of the listeners. That's always important. It's always special to us. And then even when the concerts have been over, one of my favorite parts of the night is meeting people at the table. So if you all come out, I pray that you have the time to not just stay throughout the whole concert, but stay long enough to say hey to us, when we get a chance to come to the table so we can hug your neck and we can encourage you as well.
Thank you so much for being part of this tour. I know with New Song and Winter Jam, they spend a lot of time introducing the artists you will want to know. And with this Greatest Hits Live tour, we get a chance to once again meet the artists we'll never forget and hear songs again that have meant so much to us over time. So again, thank you for being part of that. Thank you for taking time today to even call and talk with us for a few minutes.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thanks again for joining me for The Echo. I hope you'll share these episodes with your friends, available wherever they listen to podcasts. Subscribe today, and let's do this again sometime soon.